Funny, there has been a bit of a rally that we've seen in the markets in the last 2 days. How have you been managing positions? Do you believe this is short-lived and therefore not to do anything even on trading ideas? Or do you believe this could actually last a bit longer?
Good evening, Neeraj. I'm not reading too much into this rally or the correction before that because I would tend to believe that on the whole, the market might not move by more than 5 or 6% in either direction. What will, however, matter is what stocks do you have in your portfolio, and if you have some of the high beta names or infrastructure names which did very well over the last 3 to 6 months, then your portfolio is in for much pain. But if you have some of the better quality names and maybe defensives also, then you are relatively supposed to do well. So in a way, this market is not very different from what it was last calendar year in the way it's going to reward performers. So I'm not reading too much into what's happening on the index.
Which is fair call. Sandeep, what showed a bit of a bounce today were the real estate names, and quite a stunning move at that by DLF, by the HDILs of the world as well. What are the trading positions here for somebody who is long on the real estate stocks? Would you recommend staying long?
Without a doubt, Neeraj, I mean, they are showing a lot of strength, and this strength will hold for at least another day or two. So a very clear 7 to 8% trading upside is what I would talk of. But yes, to enter at this level sounds a little difficult because most of the stocks have moved up 10, 12, 15% over the past couple of days. So that makes it a little difficult. But and you know the way these stocks move, normally they move one way or they fall also one way. So I think we have another day or two of an upside to the tune of 7, 8, 10%. I would advise a hold on that.
Krishna, from the pharma space, what is it that you're liking? Because that's pretty much seeming to be trending in the same ways as the IT space has. Do you believe there are more upsides for this pocket?
Pharma is again, the challenges are in the, as far as the pharma stocks are concerned, whatever exposure they have to domestic, you are expecting a pharma policy in the next 12, 18 months, and that could be very negative. So that's the challenge which is there. As far as ownership is concerned, pharma stocks, all the large cap pharma stocks are reasonably well owned by institutional investors. And in valuations, they don't leave much margin of safety. So yes, it's a good defensive bet, but to expect pharma stocks to attract incremental money, I'm not too sure.
Funny, the other bit that remains that what about IT? Because these stocks have trended very well. They have done exceptionally well till now. The business models don't seem to be in any spot of bother, but the valuations aren't exactly cheap. What do you do? Do you buy IT names? And if so, which is it that you like?
I will continue to hold it and maybe buy them on declines because I feel that more than valuations, it is the currency tailwind over the next 4 quarters that's going to help IT companies a great deal. So if you are in the large cap IT space, whichever company it is of the top 4, then I think you should be doing reasonably well because volume growth is expected to be around the 9 to 10% mark. But what is more important is the structural weakness in the currency, which is now a consensus call on the street and which is unlikely to reverse over the next 4 to 6 quarters, which is going to provide that downside support to IT. So to that extent, it has become a very good a mix of both defensive and growth, which will attract a lot of investor interest.
Okay, so that's the word on the IT pack. And funny, the other bit would be that along with real estate, what showed a bit of a bounce today were some of the infra and the cap good names. I mean, I haven't seen a Punj Lloyd make a 14% move for a while. L&T on that Goldman Sachs upgrade was up close to 2.5 to 3%. Anything from this space which is starved of investment, whether the cycle turned or not is a separate thing. But even from a short-term trading bounce, any cap good stock?
Very difficult. I think Sandeep is the best person on short-term trading bounce, but from a medium to long-term perspective, I'm not seeing even the first signs of a capex recovery coming back. So it's very difficult to pin your hopes. Although valuations are very attractive, but stocks never go up on the back of valuations. You need to see an earnings. You need to see earnings coming back, and that's something unfortunately is not coming back to many of these stocks. And some of those names also have survival issues over the next 4 to 6 quarters due to the amount of debt that they have on the balance sheets. So it's a very comfortable avoid.